Jeremiah 29:11 states, "For I know the plans I have for you, says the Lord." Back in the early 1990s, I met a woman by the name of Katrina Phillips, and she literally changed my life. She came out of addictions, and it was something that I had never experienced before. I knew that there was addiction out there, but I didn't know much about it. And Katrina showed me people and things that I had never known before. And it became just a burning passion within me to go, anytime there was a car going to a jail or a prison for women, I wanted to be in it. Anytime that we had a chance to go and speak to any of the girls on the street, I wanted to be there. And it's hard to describe it. It's something that burns within you. I can remember Trina saying to me one time when she was quite ill and she hadn't been able to go out, and she drove by a jail in Ontario, and she was up there for medical treatment. And she said to me, I turned to my brother and I said to him, I'm going to go back in again someday. I know I am. I'm going to be able to go back in, and I'm going to be able to visit those women again. And I know what she was saying. I know that passion, that desire, that heart's desire to want to reach these women that are lost. They're literally lost. Very, very sad. But when you get to know them, they're beautiful people. They're just like anyone else. And I can get very teary-eyed when I think about it, because I've gone to so many funerals, and I think of one person in particular who loved the Lord with all of her heart, but she could not get away from the drugs, and they ended up killing her. But there's a desire that in me that, wants to get out there and say, there's a better way. There's a better way. God will show you a better way. God's got a plan for your life. I want you to understand God's got a plan for your life. And you have to believe that. And it's not what you're doing. That isn't part of His plan. Bridges of Canada holds the provincial contract for chaplains in the province of New Brunswick. And so all the 5 institutions within the province have a chaplain. And I am the chaplain part-time for the Miramichi. I'm an employee of Bridges of Canada, but I'm also part of the staff of the New Brunswick Women's Correctional Institution. As a result, I answer to the people in the institution. Part of my role as a chaplain, I'm responsible to attend certain meetings, and the daily morning meeting, which is just a rundown on what's happened in the last 24 hours. The other thing that I personally do is that I go out onto the units where the women are housed and visit. I make a point of going around and making sure I talk to everyone that's there. I'm not only there for the women that are there, but I'm also there for the staff. And I've discovered that very quickly, that the chaplain has a very unique role in the fact that people feel safe around you. They like to sort of come around where your office is and just say hi, or maybe they'll drop in. And I've actually sat down with different people in the dining room and heard some very sad stories, just sitting there listening to them. The other important part of the role of the chaplain is that you coordinate the visitors coming in. And I said this is where it was very different for me, because I'm on the inside and I'm welcoming the visitors that I used to be coming in. I find that I relate very well with the women that are there. There's a variety of ages from 18 up, and there are older women there as well as young, but the majority are young. And someone might look at me and say, well, how can they relate to you? Because, you're 71, and what are they going to see in you at 71? And if I can show them God's unconditional love, and that's my goal, then age is not a factor.